to this week's act, the show where we create an act for you using these 3 dice, or usually we do.
Yes.
We're not going to this week.
No.
I'll tell you why in a moment.
Oh, okay. You're going to let me just choose?
No.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, this week I'm joined by my good friend, Mr. Wayne Goodman.
Hello.
Have you done an act before?
We've done it. I did it right at the very first one of the first ones.
Yeah.
And that was before the dice. We just did it. We said make a kid show with this amount of money, and I just ran around the shop like a lunatic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to do. It's a lot of fun. But this week, it's a special one because we had an email in and it says, "Hi, Sals and Alex Sam. Could you do an act for me? The budget is £250. It must be close-up stroke walk-around, no electronics or cards that I can use semi-pro, and 2 different routines for different tables."
Okay, so he wants a routine for table 1 and a routine for table 2 that can then be altered.
Sets.
2 sets for 250 quid, close up, but no electronics and no cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That's interesting.
So, you perform on a regular basis,
Yes.
and when I say regular, you're most probably out 4 times a week.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times a week, depending, and sometimes 2 a day, depending on what time of year it is and stuff.
Okay, so with regards to your performances, what is the split? Because you're an all-rounder, we would say. So you do a lot of kids' magic.
I do a lot of kids' magic. So it kind of balanced out. So, like, for instance, I do a lot of kids' birthday parties. But then during the summertime, I'm doing a lot of weddings. And then during the winter time and at Christmas time, I might be doing a lot of Christmas parties. And then throughout the year, I also do WI groups and older people's groups as well. So there's a real hodgepodge, mixed match of different performance styles.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think you'll sort of pretty much agree with me. We're going to look for each act. We're looking for 3 to 4 effects.
Yeah.
We want a strong strong beginning.
Yeah. A good middle and a very strong ending.
Yeah. Okay.
And no cards.
And no cards.
Yeah. And £250.
Yes.
Okay, I've got some ideas
acts.
for 2 acts.
Okay, so I'm going to let you be in charge of this. So you have a little think, but remember this is table and strolling,
yes.
he said. So
and 2 tables, we need 2 different sets.
2 different sets.
2 openers, 2 middles, 2 ends, maybe a quick middle trick to go in between them as well.
And preferably no table required, even though we're going to do it at the tables.
Yeah, yeah, because most of the time there's not much space, if any, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking, first of all, I want to try and pick a couple of things that are going to have really high impact endings to what we're doing. Yeah. I think Loki has to be in there. Loki's such a strong effect. I know it's not officially out yet.
Can we add that in?
It's
not officially out yet.
You're the boss.
Okay. Well,
I thought Jenny was the...
Yeah, Jenny's not here. When Jenny's not here,
then Buddy.
Harry's not here, Emma's not here,
Buddy's not
and
here.
Andy's not here, and Buddy's not here, then I'm the boss.
Then you're
unless
the boss.
postman's here. So, okay, we're going to chuck in Loki.
Yep.
And we'll explain a bit about the tricks a little bit later as well. So, I think what we do, Wayne, we grab out a few bits that we think, wow, these are good, strong, solid, and then we whittle them down.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah?
All right.
So you start having a look about.
Okay, I'm going to take some bits out. Let's have a look here. I think a lot of what's in here is out because a lot of it is cards. So let's have a look what we've got. Okay, I think I did think about safe.
Right, so I think this is, I don't think, I know. This together is more than £250. So now we've got to whittle them down. You need to start stating your case on why you think certain tricks are great, and then we'll start
condensing.
So,
okay, can I go first?
Please.
So I'm going to go for this one first of all, because I think out of all of these, this is the most expensive item on the table.
Yeah.
But I also think it's it holds, like it says here, close-up parlour and stage. So this is in the remit. it's a really strong thing. It's a really powerful closer, and it's something that's going to have a really big impact. And it uses multiple spectators.
Yeah.
So if I was looking for a trick that I can use with multiple people, going to last 5 to 7, 8 minutes. I mean, you can make it last as long as you want, but I can get 5 minutes out of that easily. That is a great closer to a table set, especially if it's a big table. Jason didn't specify, you know, if it's a banquet table or a big table.
No, quite
so,
right.
you know, I mean, I could make this work at a dinner table, or I can make it work with a big table of 10 people for a wedding, etc. So, yeah, for me, colour psychology would be a big one on that. It is a big chunk of the budget.
Yeah.
I think it's half the budget, but I think it's got its place there. Now, whether it stays or not is another thing, but yeah.
All right. So that one, and the good thing about this, I know you have done this in almost every performing arena. You've done this stand-up, you've done it close-up.
I've done it with kids.
You've done it with kids. You've got a great kids routine for this.
I actually have done that in Japanese.
Right.
Where I printed out, when you know the method, I printed it out in Japanese. Because you don't need to read the predictions. As long as I know what's going on and where, they took it out. It was written in kanji. I had it checked, it was all right. And so I've even done it in another language. So it's really, really strong for that.
Great. Okay, so we're going to put this over as a definite maybe. I think you're right with these. I think whatever happens, they're in.
Yep. They're inexpensive, but they're really, really powerful.
Yep.
I mean, people who know me know that I've got sponge balls in my pocket all the time. They're never not with me. So, and Professor's Nightmare, what's really lovely about this version is it's quite small, compact, but it still plays big. So even though it's quite small, you're not filling up your whole pocket with rope. It fits in there. It's really small. Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have a look here.
So,
we want a beginner. We need an opener.
Yeah. So I mean, that's an opener.
Yep, that is definitely, that would be my first choice of an opener, would be the Professor's Nightmare.
Yeah.
On table 1. Let's do table 1 here.
Okay.
For table 2, I think maybe something like Hot Shot would be quite good. It's visual, the whole table can see it, it looks smart, it uses something that everyone recognises, it's quick, it's not overly complicated, and I think it's a nice, here guys, let me show you something really weird, boom, done, and move on.
Yeah.
I think
and you could start off by doing a 1 coin routine.
Yeah, and then go into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
if you do coins across, you can do your coins across, then take one of the coins and do it. So that's a good shout. And both of these, remember, we're doing it so it can be switched between mix and mingle and tables. Both of these will be perfect for both those.
Do you know what? I think looking at a lot of the stuff on here, I think most of the choice of here, I mean, pretty much all of this could be done in almost any situation.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we've made a good selection here. Maybe this one is restricted a bit more to close up, but a slightly larger group maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think it would work on stage, but yeah, mostly though, I think a lot of this stuff could be done in between. I know we're not looking at stage today, but you know, yeah, I think we've done a good selection here. There's some good variation on tricks that are, you know, compatible to more than one scenario.
Right. So what are we going to use to follow on from these?
So personally, it's a shame they've got to be different. Okay, I would sponge balls for me would be a great middle trick. Again, it uses lots of people. You know, I'm getting different people involved. You're going to do it here. You're going to do it there. Can I just say as well, very quickly, going back to Professor's Nightmare, that I love that because I can get 3 separate people involved in that, checking out the ropes and making sure they're all different. So I am looking for incorporating as many people as I can in what I'm doing. So yeah, that one and then that one for there. For this one, I don't know. I think looking at what we've got here.
Well, if it was me, I think it would be one of these.
Yeah.
Because that has that sort of fun feel about it.
Yep.
This looks like it's going to have that serious feel. So if you were going to use this, that would be in that set.
Yes.
For something like this, I would most probably go for one of them.
So which one? The trouble I have here is I love both of them.
Yeah.
I think they're both amazing. I like the turbo stick because it's very easy to see. You know, you can do multiple things with it. You know, you can make it rub off, it'll come back again, or you could make it jump around, or there's a lot you can do with this. But then this is so visual. Hello, Mr. Postman. There we go. What do you reckon? That one or that one? Which one do you reckon? That one or that one?
Just touch one of them.
Just touch one of them. You go for that one there. That one there.
It.
That's it. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Postman.
Right, so I will say I agree with the postie, and
Okay.
I'll tell you for why. I think at tables they're both going to be great. Mix and mingle, they're both going to be great. But the routine with the phone on this is a mind fry.
Yeah.
So for walk around or for tables, that routine is a killer. So if it was a choice between the two, I love them both. They both do what they do very well. I would personally go for this.
Okay, should we put that one? So I would put that one with the hotspot. So I'd start with hotspot, then do STIXX.
Okay.
We've got Professor's Night where they're going to sponge balls. Now the finale, and this is where it's going to come down to because it's a price issue. We're going to have to look at this because colour psychology is a big ticket item. For me, if we didn't have colour psychology, I think I would want to end this set with Loki.
Right, okay.
I think that fits really well. Now we've got 3 tricks there. There is one other thing I would like to add into there actually.
Yeah.
And that is the thing that goes in here, which we're not going to show on camera. So this is a TT.
Yeah.
And I would use this for a bill switch.
Okay.
And I would get some money involved and I'd do that. I think that would fit very well with this set as well.
Okay.
If it fits with the budget, I'd like to keep it in there. If it doesn't, we can take it out.
Right. Okay. So I think for this set, we go one of 2 ways. We either see if we can afford this,
Yep.
or we jump in with this.
Or go for safe. And again, this is one of those tricks, multiple people, very visual, you're getting, you know, colourful props, it looks great, it's easy to understand, it's not a complicated routine, and it's got interest because you know, there's the option.
They're playing for money, and it's humorous.
Yeah.
It's got humour built into it.
Do you know what, in all honesty, I think that is actually the better shout anyway.
Yeah.
I do think, and I'll tell you why, because of that reason. You've got this which is fun, you've got this which is fun, and then doing something too serious, it might distract and actually take away from the ending. Whereas you're going into this, they've got the chance to win some money, it's a nice little sequence, it flows really, really nicely.
Okay.
Over here, you've got the same thing, you've got something visual, lots of people involved, going into a good routine with the sponge balls, then you've got the bill switch, and then you've got finishing with something, again, playing for their personal ring, because you take the ring off them and put it on there, so they're playing for that, and I think that would be a really nice set as well.
Okay, so is this the order you would play them?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
There's some great things, just to very quickly look at them. I mean, Lucky Numbers is a great book test.
Yeah.
And could be switched into either of the sets, really. These, the Sven cards are great.
Yeah.
And could be used for multiple, you know, multiple ways of using those. The Victorian coin mystery, if you wanted to add a coin trick into it, inexpensive, and a great routine that gets it's got some good laughs when I do it. It does. I've got a few gags I do with that.
Yeah.
And then liquid metal, which is highly visual and looks great. Liquefy, sorry, yeah, not liquid metal. Liquefy. Do you know what? I think there's enough left over. In fact, there is enough left over for them to get Lucky Numbers and the coin mystery. And then if there's more tables, you can interchange and swap these into them as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've even got some stuff left over there to throw them in. Or turbo stick and then do one and one the other.
I would do that. I think I would add these 2 bits in.
Yeah. And then mix and match it as you go.
But with these tricks here, I know there was 2 sets that we had to create, but with this stuff here, you can create 5, 6, 7 different sets.
Yep.
Because each one of these tricks is interchangeable. If you wanted to go heavy mentalism, you know, 1, 2, 3, you just put these 3 together. If you wanted to go fun and visual, you put those 3 together. You know, there's different ways to combine this up.
Family audience, boom, there you go. You've got, young people audience, you know, like 20s, whatever. You've got a few here that are quite visual as well, and Loki can go into these. And I think they could all be moved around and made into whatever you wanted to. Yeah. And if you go at that table with the older people on it who are a bit more serious, then again, this one or this one, they love talking about the lottery and stuff. There's loads of stuff that you can mix it around and make it, you know, that and that would be a great one for them. You know, everything's very compatible with each other. Yeah. And brilliant. No cards at all.
No cards at all. So that is this week's act. I hope you enjoyed it. That's 2 sets for mix and mingle and tables with a budget of $250. You've got a ton of great magic. and it's less than 250. High five to you, mate.
Thank you very much.